You're watching Swipe. On the show this week, shocking thoughts using electricity to boost your brain power. It may be 3D, but it ain't speedy. Why this car has been making headlines. And things get strange in our games review. Hello and welcome to Swipe. Now, I'm going to be straight with you from the start. On the Swipe team, we've been a little bit afraid about filming this episode. You see, when we heard the Science Museum was laying on an event based around human enhancement, we thought great, but then we heard it involved electric stimulation. Yeah. So for this episode, I've got my rubber soles on.
These scientists are experimenting with using electricity to enhance their brain power. Transcranial direct current stimulation, or TDCS for short, works by sending currents through your scalp. The aim is to boost concentration.
When we use TDCS, you can, in some cases, improve performance. It depends on several parameters, like the type of the current that you're going to deliver, where do you put the electrodes on the head. Research has shown that it is risk-free, but it is been done on a very narrow population. I would not recommend anyone to do this at home.
Left goes to left dorsolateral.
Well, one man who is less concerned about those risks is Dirk Bruyère. He made his own TDCS device using parts bought from electronic stores because he was intrigued by the concept.
It's certainly passing the current because I can feel a tingling sensation, which is what most people feel. It tends to quiet down the sort of internal chatter you get when you're doing something you want to concentrate on. You don't get a little voice that says, oh, I'm feeling hungry, what am I going to have for dinner or whatever. You just tend to concentrate a little bit better on the task.
DIY devices aren't the only source of electric brain stimulation available for enthusiasts. You can also find more high-end products online, like Focus, a headset which claims to boost concentration levels for gamers. Another is the Brain Stimulator, which markets itself as the smallest device of its kind and even has a travel model. As the market grows, experts say it needs to be monitored.
Direct-to-consumer TDCS devices should be regulated mainly to protect consumers. It's not that we think devices should be particularly prohibited or restricted, but that consumers should be able to use devices that are as safe as they can be for the purpose for which they're using it.
There's still lots more research being done into the positive and negative effects of TDCS. But if you've ever felt your morning coffee isn't giving you the boost you need, then maybe one day this could be the alternative. Chris Cregan, Sky News.
So that's one way to boost the brain, but why stop there? Let's boost our senses too. Joining me now, Miranda and Joseph, winners of a competition called Hack the Brain, which was all about expanding the mind and augmenting our senses. Tell us about your software here.
So our group was called Emography, and the idea was Ben Stiles, who sadly couldn't be here tonight. But it's based on emotional cartography, and Ben's idea was that we could map our emotions to GPS so that you have a map of how you're feeling as you're walking around.
Okay, and are these electrodes on you right now?
These are electrodes recording right now.
Oh, okay, so what's this telling us?
So this one here is my heart rate, which is quite a simple beat. And these ones here are above my eye on my left and my right hemisphere. And when I'm blinking, you can see you get these quite big deflections. And if I close my eyes, you can get a resting alpha.
Okay, so how would you want to use that, though, in real life?
I'm quite interested in terms of autism spectrum disorders and depression to give emotion to people who can't necessarily tell you how they're feeling.
So might you be able to personalise treatment, perhaps, in the future?
Maybe something like that, depending to see how people's moods are compared to the drugs that they have.
And Joseph, tell us a bit about what you're wearing.
So I'm wearing a consumer EEG device, which is very similar to hers, but a bit more accessible for wearing out in public.
Okay. And why would you want to wear that out in public? Because what can it tell you?
So you can, as Miranda said, you can measure the difference in amplitude in the alpha waves at the front of your brain. And we are looking to kind of, by taking the latest science, create that into a formula about how generally positive or how generally negative you feel. We want to map that into where you are in a city, to learn about where people feel unhappy or
Okay, so around the city you want to be able to see what emotions people are feeling.
Exactly.
Why would you want to do that? How useful is that?
So let's say if you have an older relative who might have dementia and you're trying to learn how they feel throughout the city, this would tell them without them being, even if they couldn't physically tell you, this could possibly tell them.